Oh yes, it's part 3, as if you didn't know. We've had a coffee break, so everything's going to go better now, isn't it?
Absolutely.
We hope so.
What sort of coffee it was you were drinking? Now, is it a long or a short reprise? Was it
pretty
underrunning
short.
or overrunning?
Nice short one.
That could be a Head and Shoulders commercial as well. Look at that lovely hair on the right there.
No.
Beautiful.
Who can that possibly
As long as
be?
it's slightly out of focus, it's fine. Very short recount.
Very short, very nice, good.
There's plenty of
I
script.
want a black one for my collection. What's the significance of that sort of abortion they show at the beginning on the...
That's a fetus growing, you see.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh, right.
That's us growing.
You are very unpleasant sometimes, Nicholas.
Only sometimes.
There was no need for that, I feel, somehow.
This one's just called Secret Weapon, is it?
Yes. By part 3, you just...
No. Whose side are you on, Professor? This sounds like a carry-on film, doesn't it?
Colonel Masters wants me to stop Tyzo and steal.
Oh, interesting fisheye
Fisheye.
shot.
Yes, it's from the UFO book point of view.
Oh, right.
He's got 2 telephones. How did they know which one to bug?
That's a good point.
Yes. And they bugged the lamp, though.
I think there's been a mess up by the props department. They've accidentally set 2.
I don't remember...
Da-da-da.
Yes, 2 telephones and a ring. Oh, he's having trouble with his horizontal hold, look. You could adjust it in those days, do you remember?
Yeah.
When your picture went funny, nowadays you're stuffed. You've got to call in the engineer.
Can you not adjust it now?
There's no horizontal hold on modern televisions, no.
But whilst he's under Comaline, remove that helmet.
I think we should write to someone about this.
So, do we know anything about this drug, Comaline? What does it actually do? Just put you into a coma?
Must be.
It sounds like a cross between coma and Vaseline to me. It sounds really...
I knew you were going to do that.
That sounds like a very dangerous activity in a coma, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd have thought so. But,
No, you end up on it as well, Nick, soon.
yes. Oh, which one?
Which one?
Which one? Yes.
It'd be,
Of course.
that'd be quite a good comedy moment if the phone kept ringing there.
Because as opposed to actresses, all telephones were black in those days, weren't they? Do you remember?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
And there was a whole routine. Oh no, there's a grey one. I lie. There was a whole routine with phones. You used to hold the. Some of them had a little bar across them, so you could hold the bottom bit as you walked around. Do you remember?
Well,
Yes,
nice.
yes.
Oh, that's a very advanced video game. I got that. I bought it in Dixon's in 1971 or something. You could play tennis.
Yeah, what was it
Used to
called?
go
Ping
blip,
pong
blop,
or
That's it.
something?
Blip, blop. Remember?
What was it called? Ping?
I don't know, but that was the only video game available in those days.
And you
were-
two are playing it with
That's
your
it.
minds.
You were
yeah.
thought really cool,
Oh, that's
really
true.
cool if you had a video game like that, as opposed to Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, whatever it's called. That's a free plug.
And that was a space television, wasn't it? You know?
No, yes. Beautiful.
Much more effective in black and white, of course, I used to think.
Splendid. More grist to the mill.
Ah, more grist, yes.
I think Nicholas has had too much coffee, actually. There's too many E numbers in those quavers he was
What
eating.
am I trying to find? Oh, hello. I didn't in a different outfit.
Oh, I remember this goes bang. And you both nearly get blown up, don't you?
I don't remember this
What?
at all.
Yeah.
What about, is that a ring?
Maybe he didn't take the homing device off voluntarily.
We found his ring.
Lob it. Lob it. It's going to go off.
It's not that.
No, it's not that.
No, no.
Is it my mine
get-
detector that goes off?
I'm just picking up a strange signal from somewhere nearby.
I've seen it.
Ah, yes. I remember, because I remember Elizabeth was
Very well for
absolutely
you.
scared.
You've only got to remember 5 minutes. I've got to remember 30 years. Oh, I do remember this.
Yes, I remember.
Here come the Venetian blinds.
Yeah. It was a
And-
huge explosion.
And
That's right.
That's
I'm looking
attractive.
at myself in the mirror there, aren't I? Yes, saying. Yeah, and the special effects guy, I told you about him before, 3 teeth and walk with a limp, remember?
Yeah.
And he said, trust me, Nick, you know. And he set off a huge explosion,
Yeah.
and
And it went
the
wrong.
cameraman actually ran away. And when Liz and I picked ourselves up, I stoically carried on, as of course you would expect. She was a gibbering wreck in the corner. But I carried on, and the camera was hanging at a crazy angle because the camera had done a runner, and you can't blame him because the explosion was so big.
I'd better distract him.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, look. Luckily, he's got a big red button there.
This will self-destruct in 3 seconds.
I don't think that button was there before.
So now I can hear it. It's probably only an alarm to startle people who discover.
Oh, dear.
What a prattish comment that was, John.
It's got explosives in it, John.
Yes,
It's going to go bang.
yes.
Throw it away,
You
you
need to
fool.
move
Throw
in
it
now.
away!
Move in now.
Oh, she realises it. There you go. Now watch for the bang. Here we go. Very unimpressive explosion.
Blimey.
See
But
it?
it was a nasty one.
Yes, I
That's a
remember.
big
I got a bit of
flash.
shrapnel in my bum by the look of it there when I get up.
It's like, that was out of order.
It's funny, it doesn't look
here they come
impressive,
again.
but it was a very nasty explosion. If you look at the Venetian blind, you'll see it. Well, it's
No,
gone
they
now.
all imploded
It's all
in glass
It
and
was all
bits
in
of wood.
bits. Yeah.
It was a big flash. You could,
Yeah.
But of course, it had an effect on the tube cameras that just made it sort of go green.
That's right, absolutely right, yes. There's a technical comment, you're quite right. Yes. Oh, we've seen
is
that
it?
shot before.
He's coming around again with his water.
Yeah, well, he's got a copy of the same book, look. Why is that? Has that got a bomb in it as well? Does it make explosive reading, does it?
That's
Once you pick it up,
touch.
you can't put it down because it blows your hand off. Oh, here we go. He's going to pick it up.
Bang!
Don't pick it up!
Interesting little gadget, isn't it, Professor?
I beg your pardon. Put that away.
A sort of television camera, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
We're a television camera.
Oh, where?
Have you seen anything like it before?
No, it's 1973.
How often
Obviously
do you read
not.
books on your bookshelf?
Quite frequently, why?
What's happened to Brian's
Have you
hair?
never noticed that you had something...
He's losing it, isn't he?
I noticed a few silver streaks in it, I must say.
Yeah.
That was after working with us for a couple of months.
There are laws against that kind of secret police spying.
No, stop whinging.
Security procedure for anyone about to be employed on top secret work. Why are you getting so agitated? You have a guilty secret.
What are you doing with your other hand?
Put it away
You're
immediately.
just stroking my shoulder.
Back to the wide lapels again, look.
He's a bit namby-camby camp, isn't he, there?
Who? Which one?
Which one? Yes.
Brian, Professor Corston.
Yeah, tiny bit.
He's a, you know.
Well, I think he's a sort of
soft-hearted
he's a
intellectual.
wet liberal, isn't he?
Oh, that's, yes.
Yeah.
That's the look, isn't
That's
it?
the role he was playing, anyway.
Yes.
So you sympathise more with Trevor Bannister in this scene, do you?
I totally empathise with him, don't mind sympathise. I'd have loved that part. I love playing nasty little actually. It was my forte as an actor, you know, before I did the Tomorrow People.
What you're
You
saying.
can't keep me here!
I have the authority to do with you as I see fit.
Oops.
However, let us just say that you are helping us with our inquiries into ESP.
Because he's not really totally the villain, is he? Because there's a little ambiguity about, you know, his objectives and...
What, Colonel
I
Masters?
don't think you left camp in that scene. What do you mean? Where do you see the ambiguity? No, as I say, he's
He's
one
an
of-
army boy.
He's one of Roger's establishment figures, really. He's everything that he loves to
Do we have
hate.
to enter the realm of unpleasantness?
And the whole
Oh, torture.
Oops.
Oh, yes, they're going to bring him up to the ceiling.
Oh, hello.
Dear.
Oh, word.
Bit of a turn
Look at that
around,
little
isn't it?
revolve, how cute.
How do they do that then? I don't
There's
remember
a-
them doing
It's
that.
magic.
Yeah, lowered the ceiling on a bit of wire.
No, the thing turning round.
There's
the
a revolve.
bed turning round. What, the floor's revolving?
Yeah,
Yes, there's
you
a
can
little
see it,
disc.
disc on
Yes.
it.
So, did they borrow that from the Palladium or what? da, 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 da.
I've actually operated that revolve myself with Bruce Forsyth.
If they'd stayed close
Well, he
on
was
that,
operating it too.
if they'd stayed close on that, it would have been very impressive. But now you can see. Ooh.
Oh, you're a stickler for detail,
It's like
Nicholas.
DNA gone mad, doesn't it? Vision of loveliness again.
Still none the wiser, are we, really?
Still wearing that jacket.
Yeah.
So what? Sorry, what's just happened? Is he just trans?
They hypnotised him.
they've-
Telekinesis?
They've hypnotised him, and this is later.
Like
Oh, he
truth-
didn't. Oh, I see. I thought the thing was that he disappeared at one place and reappeared at another. In other words,
No, I think you're
No,
taking it too
telekinetic.
I
literally.
think you've
now.
just... Yeah.
You know, normally in television programmes when they dissolve,
But I mean, that's a Nissen hut there, isn't it? Look at the shape of the ceiling.
Why
Look.
do they
You
come to
see?
you and,
I think it's meant to be underground, isn't
Oh,
it?
is it?
So that's what they're trying to.
To help them rescue Tyzo and Stephen.
Are they using you now?
I'm in your power.
How would I know?
No.
Keen reader, isn't she?
I'll begin to guess at their powers. For all you can tell, they may be in this room.
No, I think only
No, we can't even do that.
can't do what?
Cloak. Disappear.
We can't be invisible.
We can't be invisible, no.
Watson's office? Who was watching? That's what I want to know.
Actually, we should have had the ability to be invisible, didn't we?
But we didn't.
I shall have to work on that.
There is a bit later when Colonel Masters is quite surprised about what jaunting is, and he kind of thought that maybe you just go invisible and walk out of the room.
Ah.
I'm sure the professor's on our side.
I don't know why I mentioned that.
I
That's
don't know. I'm going on just agreeing. I haven't a clue what you're on about.
And also at the end, you all died. Did you know that?
I would say it's because he's rather sad, personally. But,
I really
I think you might be right there.
this was in the days when it wasn't politically incorrect to wear a European wig,
Glad to see the best in people, aren't you?
wasn't it? Next series, I think she was wearing the...
Her own hair.
Their best interest.
All right, their country's best interest then.
Yes.
That was a wig then, was it?
What Elizabeth Adari was wearing or what I
yeah.
was wearing?
What she was wearing?
Yes, it was a wig, yes.
No, because a lot of black people straighten their hair now, don't they? And do it in that style.
No, it was a wig.
Miss Dynamite.
So was her hair very short?
Not particularly short, but it was... later on, she appears with her own hair and it's plaited.
Oh, right.
When I called them, you found
Oh, yes, I remember.
Yes, we did. But the post office said that the number didn't exist. When we tried to ring it, we got nothing at all.
The post office, how quaint, yes. In those days, one phone company.
Yeah, a GPO.
GPO, yes. Want a telephone? Ha, see you in 10 years.
Anyway, they must have given me up by now. Must blame me for all that's happened to them.
Oh, bless.
Of course, we don't have a telephone in the lab. We never needed one, did we?
I don't know.
But Tim somehow connects to one, doesn't he?
He has a modem, yes. But of course, we used to communicate telepathically, so we had no phone bills. Didn't bother to text each other. Ooh. Playing it safe.
Do you remember doing any of this, Anne? Or not?
No, I don't remember this at all.
Just think if you'd forgotten the combination, wouldn't that have been embarrassing? We'd have to shut it all over
Contain
again.
the only known antidote to synaptron.
The only antidote to what?
It's our, where we're all being drugged.
But he was going to tell us a-
Comatron or whatever it's
thought
called,
he was going to tell us a
Synaptron.
funny story. No, that's an anecdote, isn't it? Oh, look, she's doing a bit of
So
acting there. Look.
that's a bit weird if you see something that you're in and you don't remember.
No,
Don't-
You're in shock.
that's why I'm not saying very much.
I don't remember being in the store at all. I don't
Who is
remember
this
putting it in my
person?
bag. That was in the days when people in hospitals,
Oh, that's
folks,
me.
used to be
Yes.
clean. They used to wear white coats and there were no germs.
I like your hat.
I know.
So there are lots of germs in hospitals now.
There are now
Yeah.
compared with those days.
Are there?
So you were the lady with the lamp.
Oh,
Yes,
dear,
let's
that's
just pause there for a moment as we work our way up.
No.
Oh, he's got some of those electrodes on his nipples, look. Bit sadomasochistic, isn't it? Oh, shot right up his nose. Didn't
Oh
see
dear,
without that.
yes. I'm afraid you're going to be very spotty when you get older. Extremely ugly. Oh, no, I mean, no, sorry, Dee, no.
He went to work for
There's a
Warner,
big bloke hammering at the door.
went to work for Warner Brothers, the Acme company.
Oh, don't.
I take that back, Dean, I really do.
Where is Dean these days?
Just outside the door, as you just said.
He's down in Bristol.
Is he?
Yes. That's where he came from, isn't it? That's where his accent.
Is he a boxer or anything?
He's...
Psychopath, I think, wasn't he? Does he become a psychopath?
I think you're joking
This has
there,
really gone
Nicholas,
horribly
aren't you?
wrong.
Yes, it has.
I think that's a bit of a joke you're making there.
Yeah, but
That's a bit of a joke.
Because Dean can take a good old gag.
look.
Oh, look.
Something strange.
Sparkly sheets.
You've been
I
sleeping
always sleep
in
in
your
my clothes, yes. And
Smelly devil.
a bit like Roger Moore, every hair in place, you notice.
It is.
Nothing ruffles, ruffles John.
You could have been
Never
a
seen you
James
move
Bond,
so
couldn't you,
fast.
Nicholas?
Oh, look. I've never seen you move that quick, Nick. Ever.
Now, how come that works when our little fingers aren't all joined up? There's a big gap,
She
isn't
spoke to
there?
me inside my head. Elizabeth spoke to me.
Well, I don't know.
Well, it could be silly.
Frankly.
Couldn't
Sorry,
do that.
you were saying you thought I'd have made a good James Bond.
Yeah,
Instead
yeah.
of Pierce Brosnan, you think perhaps?
Well, yeah.
George Lazenby, I'm just talking about.
Well, I certainly like dark chocolate. You met my wife, have you?
I have, yeah. And your mother-in-law, in fact.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It is all right. I have the coordinates.
Ah, he has the coordinates. What's more, I've got my voice back too. Have you noticed? Listen.
Are you Tyson?
All that other gravelly, nasty noise he had around his voice.
Yeah, they took
This
it away.
episode. It was awful.
She's asking if he's
Now, do we prefer Anne dressed as a nurse, or did that do anything for us?
If you don't, Professor, it'll be the worst for the boys.
Church architect.
I suppose in a way they were breaking him in gently because he did virtually nothing in this episode apart from lie on his back.
That's right.
As opposed to the next episode, won't it?
I'm Tyson. Tyson. Please help.
Not the most flattering angle.
I was
is
going
it?
to say,
No.
do you think he's had his teeth done since?
I avoided that personal.
I'm probably going to get mine done.
I mean, I would point out my teeth are exactly like that.
Yes. Where do you live?
I
The telephone
can't
number
remember.
is 020-7493. Oh, corp.
Oh, this is
Captain.
quite funny, this.
They're high-pressure synaptial injectors. They work rather like a high-powered water pistol.
That does look like that does look like what's his name from Monty Python, doesn't it? Graham Chapman, is it?
Yes,
They
yes,
use
yes,
that
yes,
anyone
yes.
who appears out of thin air.
I quite like that. Just spray them at anyone who appears out of thin air.
Yeah.
Now, gather round, chaps. You will sign here.
That's it. Come on, let's go.
Hey, wait a minute, where to?
The experimental weapons establishment.
Oh, no, come on. If anything's a trap, that is.
We heard what Tyzo said. He's in trouble. He needs our help.
He was in trouble when we let Corsten take Stephen, and that was a trap. What makes you so sure this isn't?
I have already sorted out details and plans of the experimental weapons establishment.
You can get into exactly the same place.
That was the map that was on the safe.
Was it?
Yeah.
You've not been concentrating, have you?
Well, I haven't been watching it yesterday. As I say, I'm not a sado. That's a very good set, that, you must admit. It's brilliant.
Oh.
Really does look like you're there, doesn't it?
Yeah, right.
Like you're there on an empty set.
That
and there's-
incredible lighting effect with the shimmering. Yeah.
Yes, on her jeans. So this is the weapons centre, is it?
Yeah, high
God, it looks high
security
security,
gates.
doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, you really hurt yourself on that spike, wouldn't you, if you tried to jaunt over that.
I don't know exactly, but I can feel.
No wonder they can't find what Saddam Hussein's got if you've got security like that.
Yeah, but this isn't real, then.
What do you mean it's not real? Of course it's real.
Yes, this is when you become a sort of tomorrow person.
That's right.
I thought so.
Yeah, I thought so.
The way
A
she's
bad one, a bad egg.
Oh, she's all confused.
I want to be good.
She neglects her duty to our country.
Quite right. Should not
But
neglect
she's
your
not
duty to your
sure.
country.
She's not sure.
She's confused. Does she disappear in a minute?
She's a
Find out
brick.
the lie of the land before they attack.
Oh, he's in a polo neck sweater now.
Yes.
We're ready for them.
Did he look at the camera then?
What is that sort of
He's
vibrator
done that a
thing
couple of
in his hand there?
times, yeah.
What's that? What?
Just slightly looking at the camera.
I wonder what's going on. Perhaps there's someone behind the camera, scantily clad or something.
Little Nora.
The entire crew are naked.
Oh, no, he's got a very modern phone there. Look at
that's
that.
the hotline.
Look at that red phone there. That was used to chirp. That's the one.
Yeah,
That's it.
trim phone.
Suggesting that to them we're no more than a tribe of monkeys.
No, they don't think of us like that, but nevertheless, compared to them, that's what we are.
They're coming again, Colonel. Here.
If they could tell that from that noise.
Oh,
Hey,
hey.
does own stunts.
Yes, lots of cunning stunts in our programme.
Very carefully said.
Very well done, Nick.
Is that a stun gun I got in my hand?
You
Or
have,
am I
yes.
Just pleased to see her. Nice parting in the hair there. Look at that.
Yes.
It is glistening, actually.
Not a hair out of place.
I think you've got a sweating scalp.
Never.
Those are the new stun guns that get introduced earlier.
The older ones were better, actually.
Yes, I'm sure you could buy those in toy shops.
You could. They were supposed to be Martian stun guns. There's a photograph of me holding one of those on the back cover of a Look-In.
Really?
I have a few hundred copies at home.
Papering a wall somewhere in your special Tomorrow People room.
Spooky.
No, it's just behind my jaunting pad. I have to have a jaunting pad nowadays as I'm older. Look at me now. I'm going to work out the combination using brain power alone,
Yes.
aren't I?
Yes, you are.
It's going to be 007. Here we go. Look at that, a bit of plasma.
Not bad, though.
Very clever, look at that.
Some poor
Do you think
bloke.
there's somebody on the other side
Yes,
turning it?
all squashed up.
No,
what it
it's
is?
real.
What, a midget in the safe?
Yeah,
do you
little
reckon?
bloke.
Nora, you reckon Nora Staples
Oh,
in the
look,
fridge?
it's going for the hairspray.
Oh, no. Oh, dear, look.
There you go.
Quickly, quickly.
There's such a big safe, but not much in it.
Well, he keeps the ledgers in there, you see, that's important. What are these, batteries?
John!
Oops.
Oh, psst.
Now, you see, that was a quick jaunt.
Oh, I do remember those things, like guns with
Yes,
no
I do.
barrels. They were pathetic, weren't they?
But you've been shot, though, John, haven't you? So you're all
Have I?
groggy. Yes,
It's
but he
all
sort of
quite
caught you.
tense.
Yeah, it's caught you
What, you
just
mean she caught me in mid-jaunt?
in mid-jaunt, yeah. So you're...
Mid-flow.
Oh, dear. very unpleasant when that happens, isn't it?
You don't know
Painful,
which
yeah.
way to turn.
You
really, do
don't,
you?
yeah.
No, I don't think Tyso did either. Who's that on the floor? That's Professor
Corsten.
Corsten.
There's Liz.
Trevor holding his head, got a headache. Who's that? And that's Liz on the floor there, is it, in the
Yes.
recovery position?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, he's got his black specimen, that's good.
Get her to the intensive care unit straight away.
Get him down there.
There's a bit of incidental music there.
There you go.
Oh, look at me looking very
this
yellow.
is a bit of woozy acting coming up.
Hello.
Never mind, the flares are keeping me standing up, look.
Oh, don't lean on that, for God's sake.
Brilliant fall, like that, very realistic. Bloody surprised the set didn't fall down,
Do you
actually.
remember how you get saved?
I haven't got a clue, as I say. I haven't seen it for 30 years.
Yeah, well,
I think
that's
someone comes from a triggy poo.
nice. Do you? All right.
Down from the
okay.
trig.
Anyone else got any theories?
Ginger
how
and
I-
Lefty aren't there. Oh, Chris. What about Chris?
What, Chris
All
Chittle?
about, yes, Chris
Chris Emmerdale Chittle?
Standing, wasn't it?
Oh, Chris...
No, what was his character's
Michael
name?
Standing.
No, Mike
George,
Standing was
Lefty.
Ginge.
Lefty and Ginge.
Ginger's out of it now. And Chris Chattel is...
I love listening to you just working out. Oh, what's that?
Where are they?
You mean, did they get away? Well, yes and no.
Look at the shoes.
Very shiny, aren't they?
Paint.
Panto shoes.
I must say, I thought at the time he wasn't a very convincing British Army officer. They weren't camp in those days. No puffs in the army in those days. Not allowed.
Not allowed now, there.
No, it's not allowed now, it's compulsory. Got about a quota of puffs in the army. Yes. Women too, you know.
He did look at the camera again then, you know. I think
You can get away with it. If you're a good actor, you can look at the camera and get away with it. You have to remember, if you see Trevor looking at the camera, it's because he does a lot of panto.
Well, unless someone can put him onto a life support unit.
Fine, okay.
I don't know.
Fine, yes.
I think that there's someone saucy behind the camera and he likes them.
Would you risk telling me? I mean,
I can't remember all the intrigues, and I can't remember who Trevor had. Was Trevor interested in anybody?
No, he was quite happily married, wasn't he?
Make,
was at the
make
time.
something up.
Well, I think Anne will tell you about that, won't you, Anne? You'll tell us
Yes,
about his
Anne's-
marital state at the time. You were telling us earlier on about the marital state.
Gag him.
So who was he knocking off at the time? Her lips are sealed.
I'm
Very
not telling
sealed.
you.
The antidote, John.
Alright.
antidote.
Now, this is very upsetting for young viewers
Why?
Well, you're dying, mate.
because you're still alive.
Yes, that's true.
You were a young viewer in 1973, were
I
you?
was.
Yeah.
I was quite traumatised by that.
Were you? Yeah. And you've never got over it?
No.
You should sue Thames Television. You might get away with it.
Yes. If this was
Post-traumatic
America,
stress disorder. Post-tomorrow people stress disorder. I think you suffered from that, Peter, didn't you?
I do, yeah, still do.
Nice colours there, though, aren't they? Don't you think?
Very good.
I think I look much better on my back than Tyso did, don't you?
Now, Elizabeth, listen to me.
Listen to me.
it's an interesting point you make.
Don't jaunt.
Lying on a back.
Don't jaunt.
Yes. That's an unfortunate shot.
Another unfortunate
Wookie
shot.
hole caves, isn't it? It's not nice. You can see the stalactites, the stalagmites.
Oh, goodness me.
Patricia, concentrate. Try and read her mind.
Have I a few minutes?
Try and read the script, never mind reading mine.
I'll jaunt over as soon as...
Dear me, it's not nice at all, is it?
A bit unfortunate.
Oops.
Elizabeth is going to jaunt away.
I think it's lovely.
Oh, no, she's not.
Oh, he had another look then, didn't he?
But what do we think of the Flo Nightingale? He looks like a baker, doesn't he?
Well,
in
it
that?
looks like
He does.
air stewardess. That was like kind of like a little flag
There's something I'd like
badge.
He just keeps looking at me.
Let's see what we've got in this plastic bag.
I've got hairy arms.
It's certainly someone's fantasy having a load of small boys in plastic bags, isn't it?
If you decide to disappear,
That's really quite disturbing, Nick.
I think it's very disturbing.
That you said it, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Did you think about it?
He hasn't got long, Elizabeth.
He hasn't got long.
Stephen and Tyson
Are you really a
also have
paedophile? It's a long word for an 8-year-old.
I don't think this will get edited, mate.
That's right. What you see is what you get.
This is a free country, isn't it? You can say what you like.
dressed and come with us, then I'll explain. You don't have to.
But only this year.
Choice is yours.
Oh, I see. No, they're saying don't jaunt away,
If you don't,
and your friend will be all right.
It's quite a tense scene. Yeah, it's very good.
See again the camera moving in, you see? The actor's substitute, the close-up.
It's sort of aiding, I think, there.
Yes.
Are you enjoying it?
Very good.
I haven't been in that episode at all. It's boring as hell. I mean, you can't even see me properly.
You're all blurred.
In fact, I don't wake up till right at the end, I seem to remember, don't I?
Well, the scientific advisor died as well, didn't he? Old
Not
Christopher-
Chris Evans?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think the director's dead.
What about Ruth? What's she doing?
I hope
She's still around,
alive.
yeah, she's still about.
I better be careful what I say in case she is.
What, dead?
No, alive.
Oh, she is alive.